Welcome back to the Evie Show. I am so happy to be in front of the camera again. It's been a couple weeks since I've actually sat down to film. The past few weeks I was cheating and I was using footage that I had previously recorded and was just kind of putting content out that way. And so now I'm like, I had a few ideas and honestly some things I wanted to rant about and discuss. So I figured, hey, let's bring it back. And so one of the reasons why I wanted to kind of record something is because this month of May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month. So happy Mental Health Awareness Month. That's gonna be my topic, kinda. I was actually having a conversation with a friend and I brought up this really dope analogy and I was like, ooh, I gotta record this for y'all. You know, I have to share my thoughts with you guys. So I had a few conversations this month, coincidentally, in regards to mental health. I specifically have never actually been to a therapist, but I'm a huge advocate for therapy and just mental health in general. And when I was talking, a thought kind of came to my mind, or a question I should say. What if we treated our mental health aspects that we don't see like we treat our skin and our hair? Now right now my skin ain't doing too well. I've been not doing an A+ job, as you guys can see. But that's besides the point. But a lot of people, including myself, put a huge emphasis on skincare and hair care, and sometimes even the physical body, and you know, working out because you want it to look good, because you can see the physical results of your work with your eyes. But you can't really do that with mental health. And so as I was thinking about this analogy kind of came to my mind. And the analogy was that just like we treat our skin and our hair in terms of our health, and there are tiers to it, I think that mental health is the same way. So just hear me out for a second, kind of follow me with this train of thought. With our skin, the first step that we typically take is self-care. That could be, you know, washing your face twice a day, trying a few different concoctions, and you know, things like that. Well, I believe mental health is kind of the same way, where it's self-therapy. So with that could be journaling, just self-reflecting, meditating, things like that. I believe kind of fall into the category of self-therapy. Let's go back to our skin for a second. Let's say things aren't working out with our skin and I just can't get rid of this. So we bump it up a notch. And then we actually start reaching out to our friends and we ask them for advice. Hey, you have clear skin, or you've cleared up your skin significantly. What do you do to kind of get rid of this or that? Or do you think this product works or that product works? Similarly, I think with mental health, there may be a point where your journaling just isn't quite enough, or you just need a different perspective. So you reach out to a friend, you ask them for advice, you talk to them about your problems, and they just listen to you, and you feel better. That's a form of therapy, right? So that's kind of the next level, which is relying on your friends and family, your loved ones. And then let's say for whatever reason I asked my friend for advice, you know, about my skin. We're back to the skin analogy, and she gives me the advice, but for whatever reason it just doesn't work for me. It's just not enough, and she just knows about her situation and her skin, and she was applying what she does, and she was giving me that advice, but it don't work for me. It's just, we're just two different skin types. So then I bring it up one more notch, and that's where we get to doctors. I go to a dermatologist and they're like, okay, your skin's like this is what you should do. Likewise, mental health, I believe, is the same way, where maybe your friends and your family, like, they're trying to give you advice the way they would do things, but you're wired a little differently. So you may decide, hey, you know what, I think I'm going to seek therapy, and I'm going to talk to a mental health specialist or a psychologist, psychiatrist, what have you. I think all areas of health work that way. It's just that we don't see value in actually going and seeking it out. But I'll be honest, like, I've been thinking about it, and because it's a mental health awareness month, I'm specifically talking about mental health, but it applies to every area. You know, my cardiovascular health, I can't physically see that, you know, but it's important to kind of take that into account. Or my spiritual health, my financial health. Well, financial health, you do see that, but you get my point. Let's pay attention to the things we don't see also. Let's put just the same amount of emphasis that we would put in when we see a breakout. But it's like, when you're having a mental breakout, do you put that same level of energy? So I guess that's kind of like where I want to leave things, is that, you know, mental health is just as important as other aspects of your life, whether seen or unseen. I am also going to be dropping a video that is going to kind of look into just the stigma behind mental health, and I'm going to be having a conversation with a therapist. So definitely stay tuned. I'm kind of excited to be diving into that. But again, like I said, I've always been a huge advocate for therapy in general, whether it's self-therapy, whether it's therapy with friends and family, or therapy with a professional. Just make sure that you are doing what serves you in the moment. And just because what works for someone else doesn't work for you doesn't mean that you are any less. It just means that you need something different. So there we have it. Happy mental health Happy Mental Health Awareness Month. Thank you for tuning in and listening to my analogy and my perspective. So if you've liked what you heard and what you're seeing, please make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, and you share. Please share this video. Support your girl. It'd be much appreciated.